Welcome everyone in. It's a Monday night here in the Dega Pros Little Guys Series. It is season number 5, race number 3, and another chance for all these drivers to lock themselves into the championship race here in about 3 weeks. I am tonight's host, Michael Triscaro of PGR eSports, and I'm up here with my partner of PGR eSports, Matthew Baker. Matthew, what are you looking forward here into this race here in the season number 5, week number 3 of Dega Pros?
Oh, I'm hoping for more calamity like we had last week. We got Dawson on the track here. Looks like he's going to be racing tonight in the Little Guy Series. It's going to be fun to watch him. Usually the lead commentator for us here at the Little Guy Series for the past 5 seasons we have now. But just want to say shout out, happy birthday to you, Mike. I know you enjoyed it with some golf. Now we get to enjoy it, drinking some beers and watching these guys go in circles for a couple hours.
It should be a good time. Thank you for that. It was a good birthday. Getting close to age 40, but still got a couple more years to go for that. So, had a couple beers on the golf course tonight. So, bear with me if you are watching this race tonight. We're going to have some fun with this one. We are going to go 50 laps here in the Little Guy Series, 50% fuel. So, hopefully, we'll get some green flag stops. There's a little bit of chaos last week on the track, but hopefully, we could clean some things up here tonight. Be no fast repairs from what I understand, so you want to keep those trucks clean, and we'll see how if we can get to those green flag stops. I know last week it was a bit of a problem for these guys.
Yeah, it was a lot of wrecking up front, but it's going to be another balls to the wall race. I think we're going to get to some green flag stops here, even though the field's really big. These trucks have been kind of out of control. Looking at the weather that we got today, it looks like we got 70 degrees air temp, track temp at about 129 static. So it's going to be that way all day. Nothing with the wind. Relative humidity is out at 0. So you're going to see some guys really pushing hard here in the beginning. But that third line's really going to come into play.
It sure is. Well, in week number 1, it was Team PGR's Brock Westmoreland who was victorious. He is locked into that championship. Last week we saw Logan York do the same thing, so those two drivers will be locked in. Tonight, KSR has 8 drivers in this race, and PGR and McCullough Motorsports both have 5, so breaking through that barrier of 18 drivers is going to be tough for some of these other guys.
Yeah, and qualifying's over. Looks like we got our starting grid ready for you. Ryan Bass going to be on the pole here tonight, representing KSR well.
We're going to get that grid pulled up for everybody real quick here. And yes, as Baker mentioned, Ryan Bass of Team KSR is on the front row. And there's our broadcaster, Dawson Wise. He's going to start on the outside of the front row. And Devin Ray, he'll start 3rd here tonight. Trevin Ashwinoth, he'll start 5th. So a lot of KSR drivers, pretty much the top 4 right there, all from KSR. Aubrey Thompson from BAR, he will start 5th. With Dustin Carruthers, another KSR driver, starting 6th here tonight. David Sheets from McCullough Motorsports, he will start 7th. And there's your first PGR driver, J.R. Miller. He'll start 8th with Thomas Parker starting 9th. And Jack Hignite rounding out your top 10.
11th place, you got Joe Huerta, another KSR entry with Richard Elliott in 12th. Christian Martinez for BAR in 13th, right next to his teammate Richard Elliott. Tim White, 14th. Mark Vondell in 15th. Zach Range, look for him to be coming up through the field pretty quickly in 16th, 17th. You've got Mark Math, Ron Morris Jr., our points leader in 18th. Jared Haynes in 19th, and Kenneth Stamper rounding out your top 20.
Bobby Forbes, he will start 21st on the grid. We're going to skip the next one because he's in the booth with me. Yep. So starting 22nd will be PGR's Nash Brambilla. Starting 23rd will be last week's winner, Logan York. Starting 24th will be Joshua McCullough. And starting 25th will be Heath Job. Starting 26th on the grid will be Brock Westmoreland, your week 1 winner. And starting 27th will be his teammate Tyler Vickery. Starting 28th is Jonathan Herbert. And starting 29th, it will be Danny Barnes. And rounding out your top 30 is Joey Allen.
As we get Nathan Ross is still in 31st for Team PGR. Tucker McClendon, Joey Galata, and Nash Billa actually is at the end of the grid there. It looked like it put him in 23rd, but he is starting at the end of the grid here.
Looks like we got 34. I'm pulling up 34 drivers here tonight in the Dega Pros Little Guy Series. We'll pull up the tower for you so we can follow along as these guys go 50 laps here tonight, and with the 50% fuel, we hope they can get to a few green flag stops here tonight. And if we jump back up to the top here, Ryan Baste will lead them down with Dawson Wise. It would be cool if we could see Dawson Wise possibly get to victory lane tonight. That would be a good story here for the number 9 and that Monster Energy Chevrolet.
And Logan York already talking some shit on the track. We haven't even taken the green flag, and he's complaining about how many KSR teammates there are. No surprises there. Logan York does not like teamwork, which is why he barely wins. So glad he got the win last week, but we'll see how he does this week. I'm just poking fun at Logan. I know he's probably watching the broadcast, but you're going to see his KSR train, 3 up top here, 2 on the bottom. Really try and dominate this race. They've had some bad luck here in the past. Really bad luck in this series altogether. So maybe they can get it turned around this season. And what better way to do it with Dawson Weiss, the pace car is going to pull off.
And that pace truck does pull off down pit road as we get set to get to that Geico restart zone. The 73 of Ryan Baste, the 9 of Dawson Wise, they're going to lead us to green here. When we do go green, we'll let you crank them up there in your living rooms. Ryan Baste and Dawson Wise, and we are green here at Talladega. One green flag. Sorry. Oh man, I had a lot of drink. I had a lot of drinks today here.
There's one green flag lap right there.
One green flag. Yeah, one green flag lap. A lot of beers here on the golf course today here in Ohio. It's 80 degree day for my birthday, so like I said, bear with me. But Dawson Wide is to the lead here, getting pushed by his teammate in the 89, Trevin Astronaut.
You see that bottom side, Devin Ray in the Woke AF number 2. Looks like he's got a bucked up energy front hood there. I don't think he's sponsored by them. I don't know if he's too good. I don't think he's good enough to be sponsored by those guys. But nonetheless, still got the bucked up energy Woke AF truck looking good out there. I love that pre-workout. It gets me going for sure. What also gets me going are these high noons that I'm drinking. And I'm having a blast right now. Dawson Weiss also probably having a blast here, leading the top lane with his 8 teammates that Logan York's going to complain about all night. Towards the back of the field, looks like Nashville Billa maybe missed the start there. He's had a little bit of connection issues. He'll be the only car off the pace here. Everyone else really single-filed out behind this 2-wide action. Logan York saving his truck. Everyone knows they got to save their truck here. Jonathan Herbert, we got onto it in an FEG race. He ran really well in that race. Look for him to maybe try and come to the front here with Brock Westmoreland.
It'll be interesting to see. I was poking fun at these KSR guys before the race, but it seems like they'll run really good here in the beginning stages of these Little Guys Series races, but something seems to always bite them, whether it's a wreck or a miscue on pit road or off pit road, or, you know, just you never know. Blowing an engine, it seems like all the bad luck happens to KSR in this series, but right now they're all up front and looking to dominate this race early, but we'll see what happens as we get into the later stages. And right now we are 2x2 up front. No 3-wide action just yet here at Talladega, but I'm sure action will be heating up before we were to possibly get to our first green flag stop of the night.
And Dawson Weiss giving a great push here to Ryan Bass on that top side. They're just going to sit here and swap tents back and forth. I ran R&R last night with KSR after we ended the race with McCullough Motorsports. It was a lot of fun racing with them. A lot of coking and joking going on in the jack stack. As you see, Logan York towards the back. He's working his way up. He's got Aubrey Thompson in that number 69. I love that number. I love that paint scheme. He's got the pink hot rod pulling down to the bottom lane with Mark Vondell. He's going to think better of it. Doesn't want to go to the front just yet.
And we pulled up that track weather for you, and it is 70 degrees outside, but I'll tell you what's hot is that track temp up to 129 degrees Fahrenheit right now. So we'll have to see what happens if those tires at all begin to wear on a long run here tonight. You'll be sure to get left side tires when they do come to pit road for Sunoco Race Fuel here tonight. And I'll just give them a little bit more push off of pit road and onto the apron as they gather up into the exit of turn number 2. But we are a still bit of a ways from green flag stops. I'm thinking, what, 15 or 16? We have action here?
Jack Hignite almost lost the back end of that car. Ron Morris Jr. went up the track to try and get a push from Tim White. Looks like he maybe got in the back end of Jack Hignite. Almost came down in the Zach range. They saved it, though. Tucker McClendon in the chat says, High Noon isn't beer, Baker. Yeah, well, it's better than beer, Tucker, I'll be honest. I do love me some Coors Banquets, but right now I'm drinking these High Noons, and it's really getting me tuned up. A lot of KSR people out in the chat, and my grandmother is out in the chat, so I apologize for the language.
Oh, no.
A little bit fun stream we're having here tonight. Good broadcast. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, that might change a couple things here for me tonight, too. I'll have to try to be on my best behavior. But Ryan based here to the point for KSR. We are 6 laps in of 50 as we come here to lap number 7. We got a bunch of driver cams here tonight. We'll show you. I know Zach Range has got 3 himself and 1 of his pedals, so it'll be a cool shot. We'll get to show everybody here shortly. Trevin Astronaut from Augusta, Georgia. He also has 1, as does Jared Haynes and PGR's Tyler Bickery. So we'll have to get to those and hopefully some interviews here tonight during the race. I know a couple of these guys wanted to go live while they were driving, so hey, they called us out. We'll have to do it here later tonight.
Definitely going to call us out. We're going to get some interviews, maybe even during this green flag run. I may just pull someone that's in a single file line, see what they're thinking about here, riding around on the bottom, not going anywhere. But a lot of fun watching Dawson up front here lead this lane. He's getting a great push from Trevor. Trevor, definitely one of the best pushers in the game. Manages his temps well. It's helping out, though, that the bottom side's not as much formed up with David Sheets. But, yeah, like you said, I want to see these green flag stops happen.
As do I. Well, you said you wanted to get an interview during the race, and this guy wanted to. We're going to pull him right up. He's already smiling on the webcam. You can see him there in the bottom right corner. The man from Augusta, Georgia. We're going to pull him up. It's the 89 of Trevin Astronaut.
Dude, we were just talking about this, like just now. What is going on, birthday boy?
Man, we are having some fun in the booth, drinking some beers. I got a Miller Lite, unfortunately. Oh, we got a wreck.
Oh,
it's your teammate, Dustin Carruthers.
Oh, golly.
Dustin Carruthers is going to get wrecked. We're going to have to take a peek at exactly what happened there. Well, there goes one of your teammates. And, Trev, I'll tell you what. I don't know if you're listening to the broadcast in the background, but I did say you guys are dominating the race early, but we often see whether it's a mistake on pit road or a wreck from Kenny Stamper or a blown engine from Ryan Baste. It just seems to have a lot of bad luck in the series for you guys.
All right, don't forget Dustin running out of gas. That's the biggest one. But apparently Joshua McCullough just said, fuck, Dustin is done. So I guess Dustin's out of this race. But we still got more trucks to go, so you never know. We can just take them out every caution. Ryan Baste might be next. I might be the third caution. Who knows, man? It's Monday night KSR, baby. You already know.
It is Monday night at KSR, and for some reason, I'm having some trouble with the scoring. I got the scoring. I just don't have all the events that happen in the race, so I'm trying to go back to that caution, and unfortunately, everything just blanked out on me in here. So we're going to try to load this project back up here. It's the Dega Pros, and see if I can get that back up. So for some reason, we're not. I'm not sure exactly why. Hopefully, we can clear that one up, because I'd like to go back and take a peek at exactly what happened here. But Trev, while we got you, man, you guys got what, 8 drivers in this race tonight, so you got the numbers, man. How do you kind of keep everyone together with some cohesion and keep everyone in line and try to not talk all over each other here tonight.
I feel like there's a lot of talking going on in our Discord right now because Dustin is probably not happy at all, and I'm pretty sure it's because of somebody else. Might be, but yeah, man, we're just in here, just jacking, just talking, having a good time. 230, a minute. We're just out here, just having a good time. Not really stressing it right now until the end of the race. So we're just taking our time, man. That's about it. Just waiting this thing out. 50 laps, long time. So that's really what it is until it's go time, and then we'll start talking over each other and yelling and fighting and cussing. So yeah, that's about how it goes right now.
Well, Trev, nice to have a word with us during this race. We're gonna try to sort out some technical difficulties here. We'll drag you back in with your group, and hopefully we'll be able to get another chat with you here shortly.
Hey, are we taking a shot? Is this what we're doing?
Every caution, we're taking a shot.
Hold on. Let me pull up Baker here, and you both. So you both are up on the screen right now. I'm gonna actually pull myself up as well here. Oh, there we go. We're all up on the screen. I don't have a shot. You know what? I got something here. I got a little prize down here on the floor. We're gonna uncork this bottle of red wine here and see where that takes me here tonight.
Okay. Hey, you know what? No judgment. I'll take it. All right. Salud to Monday night. Yes,
to Monday night. Dega Pros. KSR, baby.
To Dega Pros.
All right, Trev. Well, good luck. We'll hopefully be talking to you here shortly.
Yes, sir. Be safe, brother.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that shot was strong. Oh, God.
Well, that was our first caution of the night, and I apologize for some technical difficulties. My SDK is working. I got the scoring. We got all the functions, but in the bottom right corner here, usually I have everything that happens in the race, and I could click on one button to bring me right back to that caution. For some reason, everything is a black, so we'll have to see if I can sort that out and get that back going. So apologize for not being able to show exactly what happened there on the caution. Seems like always something happens every single night, but we'll hopefully see if I can go have a word with Dawson really quick and try to iron this one out before we go back green. So I'll hand it over to my broadcast partner, Matthew Baker, here for just a minute.
Yeah, well, the wreck there looks like it started towards that middle portion.
The inside lane, and it would have been fine with the outside lane check too. There was a large coming together.
Sir? Yeah. Alright, so there should be little boxes underneath. There should be a box in the bottom right that says record event. Start clicking them until something comes up. Like start double clicking. I think it's the... Oh. Well, double click them. Try double clicking them, and it usually brings them back. Well, you can use the manual camera controls if you really want to. Well, yeah, but I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
The show must go on.
I don't know what that does. I don't know. I think I have the. I have the third and fourth boxes gray, and usually if you double click them, stuff will come back. Or try single clicking them. And... What did he say?
I don't know.
Said you're hot micing on the broadcast.
Is he?
Did he really?
Hell yeah.
Triscaro left me in the booth. Yeah.
It's been an eventful night already. Oh man, this is hilarious.
I'm talking to myself. It's so good. Oh,
yeah,
God.
buddy. Well, you know what? We're learning a lot. It's gonna be a fun one still. We're gonna have to do some manual replays, unfortunately. So whatever. We're gonna just take what comes to us, and I can't get any of these, events that happen in this race to come back up. But hey, we're just gonna have some fun and see where this goes. So.
Come.
Yep. Yeah. That too.
All right, so pace car's gonna pull off here. You got Dawson Weiss, Devin Ray up on the front row. KSR still in control here. I think you're gonna see a really dominant top side here. Brian Bass doing a great job giving the big pushes here on the outside. Green flag flies in the air.
green flag back in the air, and it's Devin Ray, KSR number 2, and he is going to lead them here into turn number 1. As a newcomer here into the front, it's David Sheets in that one, that red and black truck right there. You see that Chevrolet of Team McCullough, as he's now into the picture and showing some speed here early in the race. We're lap 12 of 50. We are still 2x2, really no 3-wide racing yet. All these drivers still taking it pretty easy. Dustin Crothers involved in a wreck there to bring out the first caution, and hopefully we'll be able to show you some more replays as we go on, and we're going to have to do them manually, so bear with us here tonight as we come out at turn number 4.
Yeah, the last one was a KSR on KSR violence. Looked like Thomas Parker got into Dustin Crothers, spun around and got him into a series only there at the end, but looks like he got some of his damage repaired off. I don't know if he's going to get all of it repaired off by the end of it. Thomas Parker had a bunch of damage. Dustin Crothers off the pace here. But if he gets another caution, we're betting over 4 tonight. That's what Mollahan went for. But as you see side-by-side action, Dawson Weiss going to get clear to the bottom. Everyone just managing temps up front. That being the KSR trio up there. David Sheets backing off into Trevor Osbornoff, trying to give him a little bit of room. Not much help there on the top side. Dawson Weiss, if he wants to, can go back upstairs. Don't think he will, though. But this cycles out for pit stops. Looks like we're still going to have a 2-stop race. They're right on the edge of a 2-stop race here.
That they are, and I'm trying to pick up some footage here of Zach Range. Zach Range, one of our drivers here in this race. And you are taking a peek right now at his feet as he is on his throttle and also braking here and there. He'll tap that brake or hold that brake just a little bit instead of letting completely off the throttle there to keep his RPM up. So good shot there of Zachary Range and what he's doing with his feet in this race. So cool shot with him. The guy's got about 3 cameras set up, so pretty cool to see. That reminds me of kind of Garrett Maines, who helps coach that truck you see right there, all black with some teal. That's the AMG Petronas Chevrolet machine. A Zach, a big avid open wheel driver, raced a lot of road racing as he goes 3 wide now. So here we go. We got some 3 wide racing going on here in the tri-oval as Zachary Range finally, we got some takers here in the third. We'll have to see where it goes.
Yeah, unlike the racing that he likes to watch in F1, he doesn't like to be boring on the racetrack, so at least he doesn't translate that to where, you know, we're watching boring racing separated by 15 seconds each car. He likes to go left. He likes to go fast. Even though if it's on an open wheel, he likes to get up there towards the front. He's going to give Tim White a push. Yeah, I was really impressed with Tim White a couple weeks ago. He was running up front very consistently, holding a great line, and right now you're seeing him push to the front. I mean, Range is not going to be out of temps here. His humidity's low. He's not connected to the back bumper of Tim White because he doesn't have the help yet. And there goes J.R. Miller, just as I talk about it. Let's see if Tim White can give a good push. I know he can. He's going to really shove that top lane. 2 trucks are clear from that bottom side to the middle. Will KSR both take it? They look like they won't. J.R. Miller's got to get a little bit lower. Tim White needs to get to the back bumper. Third line fading fast.
Third line is fading. We're going to get off board here with Zach Range. We're going to go back up. It's Ryan Bass to the point from Long Island, New York. That 73 truck. He is stout here early, getting pushed by his teammate Dawson Wise. Here comes Ron Morris Jr. He is the owner of Ron Morris Racing. We race every Tuesday night in TNT, and I've mentioned on multiple broadcasts now, my broadcast partner, he is leading the charge in TNT as he is your current regular season point leader, and hopefully in a week or two he'll be wrapping up the title in that. Matthew Baker's been running excellent there on Tuesday nights. Here comes the 07 as well. Jack Hignite pushing that 76 machine here to the front. So here we go. Some new players up front. Also, we have the 26 of Jared Haynes. He's had a couple cash spots here in the last few weeks. So some other drivers here getting in the mix in the Little Guy Series.
Yeah, the best friend of Logan York, that is Jared Haynes. Up front here, Jack Ignite, he's trying to ignite his way up to the top side. I say that every week, and then he wrecks in the next corner. So let's pray that doesn't happen here. But that KSR train rolling on the bottom clears Ryan Bass up to the top. Tim White trying to give a big push to Zach Range here. Will Ignite take it upstairs to that third lane? He will not. Jared Haynes dives down to the bottom. That's going to leave a little momentum towards that bottom line to really surge ahead here, get even with Ryan Based.
And Ryan Bass, he'll lead another lap. Dawson Wise still looking very strong here early in the number 9. Here goes Zachary Range back up to the outside. He is going to try that third lane once again here. So just those two trucks there you see on the top in that third lane. You got a bunch of drivers hanging on back. Brock Westmoreland, he won week number 1. He's hanging out in the back, as is Heath Job and Bobby Forbes. So a lot of trucks here taking it easy early, probably smart. As you see, Brock Westmoreland right there in the train. Craftsman truck right there, and Danny Barnes also on his side, inside of him, as well as Logan York. So so far clean here in the second run of the night. We did have one caution earlier on, and right now we're hoping to see if we can get to some green flag stops. As we got, ooh, Ron Morris gets a little loose there in the tribal, coming to the checkers there, and Ron Morris, he was able to save it. So still 3 wide here up front.
Yeah, big move to the outside. Zach Range went all the way upstairs to the wall to avoid there. Kept his momentum up. I really didn't think he was going to keep the momentum up. 3 trucks clear on the bottom side. You've got Dawson Wise pushing Ryan Bass with Devin Ray pushing behind. David Sheets there, 4th in line on the bottom. You know these guys are going to get to green flag stops, but like we talked about last week, it's all about track position. And Dustin Crothers going to succumb to the pack here. Looks like he's going to go lap down. Kenneth Stamper, he's off the pace. Mark Mondell also off the pace, and Mark Math. Those are our 4 trucks really not in the draft. Joe Galati looks like he is in danger of losing it. Dustin Crothers goes down to the apron, but everyone else single filed out, not really racing for anything right now. Logan York thinks he may want to start to go up towards the front. You know, he tries to ride in line for a couple laps, and I think he just gets bored, honestly. It's that ADHD that he's got. It's what all of us in the military have, and he gets bored, tries to get up front, mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, Logan York, I've seen him hang in the back. I've seen him do it at Atlanta where he'll save some tire at a track where you have to save some tire a little bit. So, but I'll tell you what, his strategies have seemed to be working lately, as he has finished in the money quite a few times here over the last month. Logan York, very strong, without many teammates, without many friends on the track, kind of doing it on his own, and he's doing it good. And you know what, so be it. That's what he wants to do, and it's working for him. So I change it right now, as we are 3 wide here in the tribal, as Zachary Range in that AMG Petronas truck is still hanging in there in the 3rd lane, but they're not able to get all the way up here to the front with no more help. Just the 2 of those guys here up there, as Ron Morris Jr. still hangs here in the middle, and Ryan Bass right now just logging some laps here on the bottom. And a lot of comfort for him with the 9 pushing him, his teammates. So right now still 3 wide, but you know what? I'm thinking we're gonna get to maybe some green flag stops finally here in the Little Guys series.
Yeah, I would love to see it. You know, not many people going upstairs to that 3rd line. Oh, Jack Higmite. Just every other corner, he's making me nervous in that middle line. I don't know if he's losing it or what's going on, but really scaring me there in the middle line. We got a single file line here. I'm gonna go back here and find someone we can interview here. Let's see. Who we want to talk to? We got Logan. Let's talk to Logan.
Well, this should be a fun one, Logan York. We're just going to try to get him up here in the booth. It's that 01. You see him in the black and blue coming right here down the middle, working his way up to the front.
We can't even pull it because, I don't know, we don't have permission. See if he can pull him.
I'm going to try to pull Logan York here in a second, and it looks like I'll be able to do that. He is muted, though, so I'm not sure we're going to be able to get a word with him. We might have to find somebody else. Logan York muted here tonight, maybe for his own benefit. I've seen him do it before, and sometimes that's for the better here, especially for all the drivers on the track, as we're taking on board here with Jared Haynes, as he is sawing at that wheel right here on this triple monitors from Huntsville, is his hometown. And another guy's making some headways and some good runs of late. I've seen him in the money, and very nice to see some new drivers, some new faces here on the money racing scene. Ryan Bass still on point from Long Island, New York. Right now he's probably led the most amount of laps here tonight, and just very comfortable for him. Like I said, the 9 behind him too. Devin Ray is 3rd in line on the bottom, and Zach Range has a couple more helpers right now. It's 3 trucks on the top side. still not able to make their way here to the front. We are nearing the halfway point, and we're probably going to be nearing green flag stops pretty soon.
Hey, Brock, this is Mike and Matt up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, man, I got you.
Yeah, well, what's your strategy here? I see this long single file line behind this 3-wide action. What are you guys thinking here, Team PGR, and just you overall driving the truck?
I think we're going to be pitting here in about three laps or so. Maybe 2, depending on the front 2 up there. JR and Nash are up front, and they think they're using a little more than we are. But so far, just trying to keep it clean and be there at the end.
Yeah, well, being locked in already is a great thing, but how do you approach the rest of this regular season? Do you try and go for the money? Or you trying to get your teammates to win?
A little bit of both. Just depends on what it looks like at the white flag there. Definitely trying to win some money, and maybe even looking at that regular season bonus as well if I can get clean finishes.
Well, you're looking at KSR taking pit stops. I'll drag you down to your boys. You can get ready for pit stops here.
Good deal.
Team KSR, they are on pit road. Here they come. It's Ryan Bass, Devin Ray, Trevin Astronaut, Joe Herda. Yeah, they are all coming down. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 6 trucks right now. There's Thomas Parker as well. That's 7. There they come into their pit stalls. They're not sliding. Here they are. Left side tires and Sunoco race fuel. Joe Herda is out of his box. So here we go. Are they going to be able to stick together? It looks like they are. And a good pit stop there for Team KSR. They are your first takers here tonight. And we will take you back up front. Zachary Range is leading the bottom. Is it his time to come down pit road? Here he comes. Plenty of others come with him.
There you go. You got McCullough Motorsports, Ron Morris Jr., Zach Range here. You got the 87 Joe Nemechek looking truck in there. Logan York, Tucker McClendon. PGR stays out on this one for sure. But you're going to see these pit stops here coming up.
And it's one thing Team PGR likes to do, and I'll tell you what, usually the leader of that pack in these races is Nash Brambilla. He likes to save fuel. He likes to keep as much fuel as he can and run as many laps as possible, and that's what they're doing here. You see all these trucks come down pit road, and looks like no issues. For some reason, Kenny Stamper's still in his box. He must have been maybe caught up in some earlier wreck, as was Parker. We're going to head back up here to J.R. Miller and see if we can catch them coming down to pit road. Here comes J.R. Miller in the 78. Nash Brambilla is going to peel off first. And hard on the brakes. They're going to woe him down. JR slide his tires just a little bit, and it looks like he's down to pit road speed here.
Yeah, everyone's able to make it there. That was the rest of the pack. We're going to see 3 separate packs here. I mean, 3 very large packs. They're going to see if they can get hooked up together. Let's go back up to these front 2 packs that were able to pit first. You see KSR hooked up by 5 trucks. I mean, they had a great pit stop. Range Sheets and Vondell not even close to these guys. As they come out of turn 3 here, Mark Math, another one that needs to pit here. But coming off of pit road right now, PGR, great stop by them. And BAR, you've got Nash Brambilla leading with Brock Westmoreland. You're going to see Nash Brambilla maybe let in. Yeah, there you go. Nash Brambilla is going to let in Aubrey Thompson. KSR rolling the train on the outside with 5 trucks. I mean, these guys blew them out of the water. What a stop by KSR.
They sure did. As you see those 5 truck train right there. It's the KSR train. Choo-choo. Here they come. The 73 of Ryan Bass. The 9, Dawson Wise. The 2 of Devin Ray. Trevin Astronaut in the 89. And Joe Horta in that 1 car. I'll tell you what. Here they come. They're going to cycle sometimes here right now. 73 is going to file back in line. Dawson Wise is now going to lead. One thing about the Team PGR, I'm not sure if it will matter later, but they did come later than everybody else. We'll have to see if that does play a factor. But right now, Team KSR, that 5 truck train here in the front, they are your fastest here at Talladega. And we'll see right now, it looks like there's a gap in between them.
We're going to see some of these guys come.
Oh, yeah. Yes, we are. It could be that 4 truck right there. If he can get it done yet again tonight and then get his second win here in 3 weeks.
Yeah, looking at Rob Morris Jr., looks like he had a penalty. He's about to go to lap down with Mark Math in the wings as well. KSR, though, they got caught. Looks like Brock Westmoreland got a great push from Aubrey Thompson. That's going to drag on this PGR group. to the fight, looking like a 5v5 fight. I think everyone's going to work against KSR here. They know the numbers that they have. Brock Westmoreland's catching up to the back of Joe Huerta. I don't think they'd really move out of line. You still got another round of pit stops to go. Ron Morris Jr. moves to the outside, gives way to those leaders, but 4 trucks there working their way up towards the front as well. Ron Morris Jr. going to slot his way towards the bottom. Oh, man, he looks a little drunk, too. Goes below the yellow line.
Hell yeah.
Makes it work for sure. Nash from Billy going to get a push from Zach Range, David Sheets, and Tyler Vickery here.
This is our drone camera, and you really saw them going into turn 1. That other group catch them. So right now it's single file here up front, as it's now double file, so the race is picking up. 22 laps to go. There'll be 21 to go when we hit the line. You see the track map in your right corner. Field spreading just a little bit. A couple main packs and some stragglers there in the back coming out of turn number 2, but these are your leaders. And it's led by Team KSR, but here comes Team PGR. So right now we got the teams battling right here up front, and it's a sexy looking truck there in the 23. We haven't talked about it much, but it's Nash Brambilla sporting that SummerSlam logo on his hood and that white and orange truck. And I'll tell you what, we're going to probably be talking about him for the rest of this race. He's made his way up to the front. He's sporting that championship belt as well. And don't forget, in July, PGR eSports will be hosting one of the biggest races of the summer, the SummerSlam 499.
Can't wait for that 499 Joe Huerta off the back bumper of Devin Ray. Big time. It's going to give the momentum to the outside lane, but luckily it's 2 KSR up top. You got the top 5 blanketed. All KSR. PGR trying to make their way up. Zach Range jumps out 3 wide. He thinks better of it. Oh, no, he does not, because it's Zach Range. He's going to stay up 3 wide. No one's going to help him, though. But guess what? Oh, here comes J.R. Miller with Logan York. Logan York trying to... Oh, Logan York. I know what he did there. He pushed him to where he knew J.R. Miller couldn't get clear back to the bottom, and he came back down. That guy's a sleazeball, let me tell you. Oh, Nash Brambilla up to the top. He's going to get a push from Zach Range. Zach Range off the throttle just a little bit. But you're going to see Ryan Bass get to the back bumper with Trevor Osmanoff. We're going to be 3 wide, entering 3.
We are 3 wide. Nash Brambilla, he's going to lead the 3rd lane, getting pushed by Zachary Range and Ron Morris Jr. Another truck we haven't talked about. Here comes the 59 of Mark Vondell. He's in that, well, the truck that I don't like that much, because it's Go Blue, Michigan. Unfortunately, I had to say that on the air. It's the team up north for me, but I'll tell you what, he's coming in a hurry. He's going to be pushing his teammate Ron Morris Jr. We are 3 wide here in the Trioval. Action is picking up as we will get closer and closer as every lap goes by. Another green flag stop. Trevor Ashroth's going to almost get into his teammate Dawson Wise. A close call there for Team KSR. And I'll tell you what, here we go. Whoa, whoa. There goes Dawson Wise to the middle. And here opens the door for the Woke AF. Yeah, we know what that stands for. The number 2, Devin Ray, here on the bottom.
Oh, my commentator is getting white girl wasted, as it were, drinking that wine right now. I can't tell if he's really drunk right now or if he's about to black out, because that guy up top is J.R. Miller, not Ron Morris Jr. I get it. They're gray. They got 7s on them. They look pretty similar. But Mark Vondell, he's a lap down, trying to get back up to that lead lap. But 3 wide action. This is great racing, green flag racing that we're seeing right now. Dawson Wise getting the push in the middle from Trevor Osmanoff. He'll lead that lap there at the line.
I'll have to get on board here with David Sheets from the cockpit, and that'll give all our viewers, look at these trucks bouncing and weaving here like pinballs here in the middle lane. The middle lane is one of the hardest to control. I'll tell you that. It's easy to be on the bottom. It's easy to be on the top, but we're in that middle. You're going to be shaking around just a bit. David Sheets going to go to the bottom. He's going to be now pushing Joe Porter here into turn number 3. We'll have to go back to Tyler Vickery. He's kind of just hanging out behind this main pack here on the bottom, just biding his time. If something does happen in front of him, he'll have plenty of time to use his brakes. And
we have jeez. Zach Range almost got turned by J.R. Miller. Sorry to cut you off there. They hung out Nash Brambilla. I saw Brock Westmoreland. He said, fuck that shit. He bailed to the bottom. He got out of there. Now we're back to 2 wide action. Everyone's getting ready for those last pit stops here.
Last pit stops are upon us. 17 to go. When they're 15 or less, they're going to be in that window. Our team's going to short pit. You saw KSR come down early together last time. They were able to get on and off. The fastest of most all the teams will have to see Trevin Ashford now. He's going to get pushed to the lead by Ryan Bass. Logan York is being super aggressive here, trying to get to the front. Zachary Range behind him. I'll tell you what a combination that is. I'll tell you what, I would want nothing to do with being next to those two. They'll split you at any point in time, and they won't give two shits. It's Zachary Range and Logan York here now, leading the middle lane as we head to the start-finish line.
And you see KSR lined up on the bottom, though. They got 5 trucks lined up, ready to go here. Logan York, he's going to get clear to the bottom. If I was him, I'd take it for sure. I don't know why he didn't take it. Here he goes. Just like the Americans took the land from the British. Logan York goes to the bottom side. He's getting pushed from Trevor Ozernoth. He's got the KSR Jack Shack behind him, putting it up his ass, getting ready for these pit stops here in a couple laps.
We got those 3 cameras of Zachary Range. You see him saw it on that Formula wheel. I don't know how he does it. I'll tell you what, I couldn't use that wheel, but here he goes. To the point here on the bottom, it's the 043 of Zachary Range. He's now going to lead, getting pushed by Logan York. Yep, that's not Ron Morris, but it sure as hell looks like him. It is J.R. Miller. He's going to have a bone to pick with me the rest of this week, I'll tell you that. But J.R. Miller now going to lead that middle, getting pushed by his teammate Nash Brambilla. So here comes Team PGR. All of a sudden, KSR going back just a little bit. And I'll tell you what, they're going to have to stick together here because, you know, they're all going to want to come to pit road together. So very interesting how this is all going to play out now. We got, it looks like KSR is on the bottom, so they'll be primed and ready to make their last pit stop here. So far, what a great race this is, and I think we're in for a real treat here in the last 15 laps.
Definitely in for a real treat. I'm having fun broadcasting with you, but you know who's not going to be having fun? I think Zach Range isn't going to see these KSR boys coming down pit road. He's going to get left out like a fat girl at prom. I really don't know. Zach Range maybe pit this time with Logan York. Oh, they thought about it. Logan York dipped down a little bit. He's waiting for KSR to pit down, and I think Logan York's going to get to the inside. Zach Range is going to panic and have to stay up.
We'll have to see how that works. We're going to show you some cool camera angles here. Turn number 1 and into the digger cam. Here they come screaming in between turns 1 and 2. And these boys all going over $190 here as we get to the Alabama Gang super stretch here at Talladega. Crowds on their feet. We are getting close to the end of this one. But you never know. It could always take a long time if we start stacking them up. Cautions will breed cautions, but right now it's 2 by 2. All the trucks here keeping calm for now. We'll have to see if they can get to their green flag stop. That'll be the money stop, as we like to call it.
Oh, there it is. KSR pulls off. Zach Range pulls off. Logan York doesn't. He's going to be in a great spot if he can get slowed down. He does in that rave machine. I see him on his cam. He's got 3 different cameras pulled up. Looks like he's at a freaking rave in Orlando, but he's going to get down to pit road speed, get into his stall here.
There's pit lane. Zachary Range in. Doesn't look like he slides it. He's in. We'll have to see. Here's a bunch of other trucks behind them as you see them funneling in. They're going to be a little bit behind them. They didn't have the delta. They needed to close it down just a little bit. They did not. All the other trucks, KSR and PGR, on the track. Here comes Zach Range. Trevin Ashford. Oh, actually, a lot of the KSR guys did pit. They're going to lead them off pit road here. We're going to go pick up J.R. Miller here leading this next pack. As you would think these PGR guys are going to come in now. Do they? And they don't. They're going to stay out. Mark Vondel's going to lead the next group in.
Mark Vondel going to be in a good position, though, to try and stay on that lucky dog spot. They're 2 by 2 there up front, though. It's PGR fighting against PGR with Ron Morris Jr. getting clear down to the bottom. He's going to lead the line. You're going to see Tyler Vickery jump out to the outside. I don't understand this. They're really losing time here to KSR, and that's exactly what KSR wants to see. They want to see this line lead out. But what's going to help PGR right now is this draft they're going to get. Ron Morris Jr., all of these PGR guys are going to get drafted from Jared Haynes, Joey Galati, Nathan Rostelli, Tim White. Oh, Bobby Ford's almost wrecks up in front with Heath Job. He hangs. Oh, he's still about to wreck. Oh, shit. I haven't had too much to drink right now, but he can't. He's almost about to fall out of it.
Oh, this is going to be so much fun. You see the driver cam of Tyler Vickery there. You also see Jared Haynes. They were getting some toe off Jared Haynes, as Baker said. Ron Morris Jr. to the point in the trial, 2 by 2. I'll tell you what, they're going to push this a little bit longer. We'll see if this strategy is going to work. Logan York also in the mix-up here. So, yeah, interesting to see how this is all going to shape out. We have 11 laps to go here at Talladega Super Speedway. Ron Morris, your leader. J.R. Miller in second. Logan York third behind him. In the top lane there, it looks like Brock Westmore. I'm not sure who he's pushing. It looks like the 1, 2, 4. Not sure exactly who that is. Is that Vickery up there in the top with them? Full
That's
Full
your
Sail
teammate,
University.
Tyler Vickery.
Hey man, I'm not used to seeing these paint schemes. I mean, Full Sail, yeah, full of shit sail. Let's go. Get down and get to pit road.
Yeah, they need to get down to pit road fast. Ryan Bass didn't have a great stop. Only 4 trucks there with the KSR folks. That's going to kind of hurt them, I'll be honest. In my pick, Dawson Weiss, he's right behind Devin Ray. I don't want to see that. I know these guys will finish single file. They don't care who wins the race. They want KSR to be in victory lane no matter what, so I don't want to see that. But I see the single file line out. PGR single filed out. Logan York giving a good push to J.R. Miller. Those front 3 leading that line right now are going to try and make some time up.
I'm just interacting with the chat over here. Andrew Church says, this commentary, oh my God, laugh out loud. Well, you know what? Most of our...
Oh my gosh, Bobby Forbes. Oh, there we go. Nathan Rostelli. Bobby Forbes around. He's going to go back up to the pack. There's a caution.
Caution is out. Caution is out on the racetrack. We're going to hide some cams here. And since I don't have what I really need to have, you said Bobby Forbes was in it, so I'm going to go to him. We're going to manually go backwards for you.
Oh, shit. These guys are going to run out of fuel. All these guys up front were going to pit that lap, I think, and the caution came out. When that caution came out, they couldn't pit. Logan York decided to take the penalty. He's going to go all the way down pit road, try and get his fuel up. He knows that he'll go to the back of the field. He has the... Yeah, he had no laps left. He just went over the comms. Had to pit there.
Well, I got the replay for everyone here. Apologies for having to do it the old manual way. You see the 5. Bobby Forbes lose control there, hit the apron, come back up, and he's not able to gather it. It doesn't look like anybody got into them, but what happened after that? Oop, there was a stack up in there. There it was. Ron Morris Jr. gets into the 3. You see the 3, the Hooters truck right there. It has some damage on his rent. Excuse me for burping here. A lot of beers here today. Ooh, and there goes the 3 right into the 5 of Bobby Forbes. Forbes is going to wash back up the racetrack, and that's going to bring out your second caution of the night. We'll run it back one more time, and you'll see here that Bobby Forbes kind of lose it. He was able to gather it back up on the apron. There's an offset push right there on Heath Job. Luckily, he didn't turn Job. He's going to come back down. And luckily here, I do not know who this blue and orange is here tonight. You see that here comes the Hooters car. You're going to see Ron Morris Jr. getting to the right rear of the 3 Hooters. It's going to send him down into Bobby Forbes. Ron's going to scrape the wall up top. J.R. Miller looks like he misses this one, as does Logan York. And that's your second caution of the night. We're going to take you back here live. We're going to pick up, I think the leader is going to be Joe Horta, if I'm not mistaken, of Team KSR.
Holy fucking shit, we're wrecking under caution.
Well, Baker's reporting wreck under caution. Not sure exactly who that was.
Jonathan Herbert just got mollywopped. Came up the track right into Dawson Weiss. Joey Galati gets him. Oh, man. I wondered why this guy's fucking sucked in FEG, and now I know. Jonathan Herbert.
That's your buddy. He's going to pass you under the yellow to make some money. It's Justin Herbert. And we'll have to go roll this one back. And sorry, like I said, we're doing it the old-fashioned way. Not sure if I'm going to find it this exact way, but we'll try. Doesn't look like we'll be able to. Don't want to search for that one too long. But up in front is Joe Horta. And the one, it's that black and white truck you see here on the track. Devin Ray, I'm not sure if the scoring's exactly right that I'm seeing, but Team KSR is going to benefit from that caution. They're going to all restart up front when we do go back green. And they got numbers up front. Could this be their big night? I'll tell you what, they could sweep all of the podium spots. And John Mullihan in the chat, why you got to say mollywopped? Well, that's pretty funny. John Mullihan, though, gets the job done last night, I believe it was, in the McCullough
Got
Motorsports
the
race.
dub.
So John Mullihan with a great drive, and I'll tell you what, he can win at just about every race. He gets a little aggressive here and there. Sometimes you got to do that, but last night he was a little bit more patient. He kept his truck very clean and was able to get the victory lane. Had a great conversation and interview with John Mullihan last night, and he's hoping to keep that success going here this week and use that as a springboard. So we'll see John Mullihan later here this week, and a lot of action here in the PGR eSports Dega Pros Little Guys Series chat. And we appreciate all you coming out tonight to listen to me and Baker have a couple beers, drink some wine on my birthday. And like I said earlier, we are one of the most professional crews out there, but tonight we decided to have some fun, and I think our viewers are really enjoying this one.
Yeah, I think they're having fun for sure. Excited for this restart here. I think we're on one to go. I don't know. I had to step out for a minute. I had a Filet-O-Fish from McDonald's, and it's getting back to me. Pace car lights are off, though. Lights are off around the track. We are going to go green this time out of 2, so why don't we just hit it with a little bit of crank it up here if you can hear this audio. It's one of my favorite songs, so ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hope this is the last restart we get. KSR's up front. You've got Joe Huerta. He's looking for his first win here in the Little Guys Series. Devin Ray outside. I want him to get beat. I don't like him. Get him out of here. Dawson Wise, turn him. Put him in the fucking wall. I don't care. Trevor Astronaut, I fucking love you, man. I love sitting in the chat with you. Danny Barnes, another guy I've left out high and dry, but I want him to get one of those wins. Let's go, baby. Little Guys Series on Monday night.
Keep that music cranking. I'll tell you what, that reminds me of Saturday night. I was at the 410s, the World Outlaws, and they cranked that jam up during the 4-wide salute, got me off my seat, slammed another beer, and was ready for those 410s to frickin' hit it in the feature race. And man, that was a hell of a time, but it's going to be a hell of a time right here. 7 laps to go. There's going to be 6 laps to go. When we take the green, we are approaching the Geico restart zone. It's Joe Horta, KSR. Devin Ray, KSR as well. Trevor Astronaut, Dawson Wise. They got numbers here in the front. Are they going to be able to get it done? I'll tell you what, business is going to pick up. It's going to pick up right now. We are back green here at Talladega Superspeedway.
Green push on the bottom side from Trevor Astronaut. Tim White, he jumps out 3 wide. I don't think he meant to do that. Looks like he got a little bit loose there on the outside. A lot of people getting black flags for passing under yellow, but they're doing fine. Getting them cleared by John Ward. I love John Ward. Runs one of the best series with none of the big dogs in it. This is such a fun series to watch. You're going to see the tandem on the outside. Devin Ray getting pushed by Dawson Wise. Ryan Bastoff, he was off the pace there on that pit stop, but now he's going to get to the back bumper with Ron Morris Jr. They're going to stack up big time in this middle line. 4 pushed on the outside. Ron Morris Jr. a little bit loose. Tim White looks like he get out of shape, but everyone keeps it together. 2 by 2 coming out of 4.
It's 2 by 2, 6 laps to go. There'll be 5 to go when we hit the stripe here. The third line's forming, but it's way far back. That's J.R. Miller. So far 2 by 2 racing here, and we are going to pick up. We have 5 laps to go as KSR is still looking dominant here in the front, but I'll tell you what, somebody's going to make a move. They're going to make a move very soon. It's probably going to be on the backstretch, exiting turn number 2. Heath Job, we haven't talked about him all night. Here comes the Hyper Motorsports driver in the 760 in the red, white, and blue. Can Heath Job make the right move? I'll tell you what, he's had some bad luck, but he is hungry. Here goes Ron Morris Jr. He looks like he wants to go. He goes out. Heath Job doesn't go with him. They're getting antsy here behind these KSR guys, Baker. Look for him to make a move very shortly.
Oh, you see the outside, though, formed up right base. Big push on the outside to the backside of Dawson Wise, giving it to him. Devin Ray getting pushed from Joe Huerta, doing a great job here with Trevor Dawson. Wrecking in the tri-oval just a little bit. Zach Range gets pushed down the track. They're going to save it, though. Tim White gets into the bottom side of him. They have exchanged words. Per usual, Logan York complaining. Per usual, all the teammates up front here. 3 wide behind Logan York. Can he get back to the front?
3 wide, a little bit farther back, 2 by 2 up front. We're in the Goodyear blimp as Devin Ray now to the point in the 2. And he is comforted by all of his teammates here. Joe Horta, Dawson Wise, the 89 of Trevor Astronaut, Ryan Baste, Hyper Motorsports, though, sitting right behind them. Are they going to make a move? 4 to go, 3 to go here at the line. We're still 2 by 2. Somebody's going to have to move. They're going to make a move. They're going to have to make it soon. Who's it going to be? The third lane has not worked well tonight, but somebody's going to have to try to make it work if they're going to want to win this one.
A big push on the outside by Dawson Weiss. This is the head-to-head that we're talking about for the money right here. Oh, they're wrecking. Oh, shit. Logan York turns the fuck out of Tim White. He goes up into the wall.
A big wreck farther back here in the field as caution is out for the third time here tonight. And while we have them, we're gonna have to go right back to that. My apologies once again if you're watching the broadcast. All my race events are not showing up in the screen they're supposed to show up in, so we're having to manually go back and show you exactly what happened. So we are here in the chopper cam. We're gonna try to switch cameras just a little bit. See if we can get a better view of what happened here. We're going to take it in slow motion. And there's where it starts. We're going to go up here to Logan York. And it looks like he got into the back of somebody. I know Baker's going to have a better look at it all. I'm going to try to get it up here the best that I can.
Well, Logan York looks like he went into the middle 3 wide. And to quote Tim White, again, this is Tim White saying, Logan York came right inside him. Do that with what you may. That's what Logan York was told by Tim White. But definitely on Logan, he's getting the EOL. Tim White didn't do anything wrong there. Joshua McCullough in the chat, chatting it out saying Logan sucks. Damn, you didn't do nothing wrong, Tim.
Well, Grandma, put your earmuffs on because your grandson is, going some places that, you probably didn't think he'd go. But I'm laughing up here. And I'll tell you who's not is Tim White, as the 0-1 just makes a turn up the track. It's going to send him into the fence. Mark Bondell, Tucker McClendon, all those guys not going to be happening with Logan York here tonight. And just all those trucks here in the back that were just kind of still riding along and probably waiting here to make their move. We're going to try to go on board with David Sheets if we can and try to see. Well, Bobby Forbes actually might be a better one. We'll have to go on board with him, see what he saw out of his cockpit. And unfortunate here for a lot of these drivers here in the back. Here's Bobby Forbes running behind Tucker McClendon, a blind squirrel racing. Nothing, can't really see anything, and a lot of people watching don't get that vantage point often. But oftentimes you're tucked behind someone you can't see. The wreck's in front of him. And as much as he's going to try to avoid it, does he? You see them turning Tim White. And he gets on the brakes. He's going to get into Tucker McClendon's right rear. And he's going to have to woe it down as Tucker comes back into him. So damage for Bobby Forbes and Tucker McClendon. Innocent bystanders in this one. As we have I believe, our third caution here tonight as Bobby Forbes on pit road getting damage fixed.
Make sure you boys and girls go out there, like the stream right now. We got 30 watching. We got a good viewer count for this big race. And John Mollahan out here saying Logan's administering that pork. That's true. Tim deserved it. Tucker, I don't know. I felt like he was there on the inside. And Carl Haynes, you are correct. Logan York again. I know Jared Haynes, maybe your son, maybe your brother, maybe your lover. I don't know. But really, really just hating on Logan York tonight. Not a good night for Logan.
Yeah, not a good night for Logan. Usually not a good night for him, even if he does well, because he always makes some enemies. And I can't because this guy's laughing so hard. And I caught him out of the corner of my eye, so now I'm laughing. But I'll tell you what, Dawson Wise, if you're listening to this, bud, you might have to race next Monday night because I haven't had any more fun broadcasting or being a part of iRacing than tonight. And if I have to get drunk every Monday and convince John Ward to let us do this each and every Monday, I don't think our viewers are going to say no. And I could bring it up quite a bit of levels next week. But, Dawson, I don't know, man. I'll pay you probably not the broadcast because this has been a hell of a lot of fun. Joe Horta leads this race. Devin Ray in second. Trevin Ashmanoff in third. And Dawson, you're in fourth. So, hell, if you win this thing, man, I think you're locked into the championship. So you're going to have no reason to broadcast anymore.
No
Danny
choice.
Barnes,
He's got to run.
Yeah, he's got to run. We're going to force him to run. I'll pay him to run, honestly, at this point. So I'm going to have to get some, like, tequila, though, because if we get me on tequila, we'll take this broadcast up about 30 levels.
For sure. I'm excited for this next restart. I think we're going to see some good 3-wide action out of the corner here. We're going to get our first green-white checker of the night. Honestly, it's this has been the longest pace lapse of my fucking life, to be honest. I thought we took the yellow 5 fucking minutes ago, so I don't know. I'm enjoying it. Wish we would speed it up a little bit, but we're going to get to the end of this, and hopefully I'll remember it in the morning.
Yeah, we'll see if we remember it, but right now, take a peek at the drone. As you see all the webcams, you got Matthew Baker on the call with me. You also have Zachary Range there in the middle. He is on his Formula wheel. It looks like Tyler Vickery getting some laughs in with his PGR teammates. Bottom left there's Jarrett Haynes. He's been up on that wheel, serious face all night long. Hey, crack a smile, young man. Go get it done here tonight. And I'll tell you what, Trevin Astronaut, man. That dude has some fucking teeth, man. Those things, I don't know how much he paid for those veneers, but those things are freaking the whitest teeth I've ever seen, man.
The shiniest teeth I've ever seen.
I mean, he's got to be pulling some, I can't say that, but he's got to
I don't know if it's the contrast from the darkness in the background or just the teeth are bright.
Yeah, they're bright. They're very bright, and you can see him. You see him laughing right now. I'm not sure if he's picking up this.
Oh, you can see him laughing because of the fucking teeth.
I'll tell you what, that man's out on the prowl each and every night in Augusta, Georgia. I don't know if he's trying to find his wife. I don't think he is. He's just trying to find some choke cha, and he gets the job done because he tells me he does. So good for that man, and you know, man, I'll have to live vicariously for through him. But yeah, praise that guy right there, Trevin Astronaut in the 89.
Race Hill, Praisdale, pace car is going to pull off here. We're going to get to the Geico restart zone, sponsored by Kick-Ass Beef Jerky. Green flag's going to be in the air. Joe Huerta getting the push from Trevor Oswald. Danny Barnes doing a great job here. On the bottom side, will Huerta get clear to the top? Will he block his teammates for the win? You see Devin Ray, he's getting the push from Dawson Weiss. I think Cody Nagels maybe got in the ear of KSR and said, hey, I need that $5 more than Baker. We'll put Dawson behind Devin and have him just push to the fucking end. So fuck you, Cody.
And we're getting some cool shots here all around the racetrack as we get ready to go back green. Oh, boy. I better get live.
We are green. Devin Ray is clear in the third lane. Push it back live. Devin Ray, gets pushed up the track by Dawson Weiss. They're 2x2. BAR coming to the top. They're not fucking around. They're going to get Heath Joel up to the top lane. We're going to be 3 wide coming to the line. As we're coming to the white flag, who's going to lead the white flag? I think Joe Huerta's going to have it. We're going to make this race official.
It's an official race. Joe Huerta is going to lead the bottom. Devin Ray in the middle. Is it finally the night of Team KSR? They've dominated this race. They've been cohesive. Or is bad luck going to strike? Here comes Heath Job in the 760. He's got to run on the top. He loses his friend, though. He's got no help. It's Team KSR down the Alabama Gang super stretch.
Pushed by Dawson Weiss. Devin Ray, will he get clear? Oh, Dawson Weiss just a little bit out of shape. But, KSR just going to take care of each other. I don't think they're going to really make a move here. I'm going to be out fucking $5. Devin Ray's going to finish in front of Dawson Weiss. But Joe Huerta, he's got to run on that bottom side. Trevor Oswald doing a good job. Ron Morris Jr., he gets turned on the line.
There goes Trevor Oswald.
He blows his engine there. Goes down to the inside wall. That's going to give it to Devin Ray for the finish. Will Dawson Weiss pull up for the win?
He does.
Oh, it's going to be a drag race. Devin Ray gets the win. What a finish there. Devin Ray gets it done, locks it down. Is he not going to do a fucking burnout like a pussy? He better go out there and do a goddamn burnout. He's already burning it down. He's in turn 1 throwing it down.
Devin Ray throwing it down. I'll tell you what, I almost missed the whole end of this race. I don't know why we weren't live, but thankfully we were for the last 2 laps. What a finish there. As Devin Ray gets it done for Team KSR. And, man, it was their night here tonight. And, they deserved it. They ran great all night long. They were on and off pit road as fast as they could be. And no other team was able to get up front and compete with the team of KSR. Devin Ray with the victory here tonight in that new paint scheme. Man, that thing is sexy. You're going to see all those guys line up here at the start-finish line. And we're going to have some fun interviews here tonight. Devin Ray, your race winner. Dawson Wise, his teammate, second, and his teammate third. So I don't know how we're going to do this, but I'll tell you what, we might want to bring all these guys in together for the first time because all three of these KSR guys, 1, 2, and 3, Brock Westmoreland, and we will get to all the results, but Brock Westmoreland, your first non-KS driver in the standings, he's going to take 4th. And 5th also goes to Team KSR and Joe Horta. So you see there the Woke AF, that's the 2 of Devin Ray. He's going to get bucked up and effed up and all sorts of messed up here tonight. He's going to celebrate here with his teammates Orion Base and the 9 of Dawson Wise.
Great race by everyone there. Everyone, thanks for coming out. Watching this race, I know it was a little bit on the unorthodox side, but we had fun nonetheless, and KSR having more fun than we are. I know Dawson's having fun. He gets a little bit of money in his pocket. Devin Ray blows his engine there. Ryan Bass going to give him a little bit of tap. We'll get these top 3 in here for the interviews.
Here are your race results here tonight. Devin Ray for Team KSR, he's going to get it done. We're going to work on getting him in the booth with us tonight. Dawson Wise as well. He ran for Team KSR tonight. Ryan Bass, he finishes on your podium as well. He's going to finish in 3rd. Brock Westmoreland for Team PGR as he won race 1 of Season 3. He is your 4th place finisher. Joe Horta, a great showing for him. Team KSR finishes in 5th as well. BAR Racing, that's Aubrey Thompson. He will finish in 6th. Hyper Motorsports driver Heath Job will finish in 7th. Jared Haynes, he'll finish in 8th tonight. Logan York will finish in 9th. And Zachary Range finishes in top 10.
Richard Elliott for BAR in 11th. Danny Barnes in 12th for Hyper Motorsports. Joseph Allen was running with BAR tonight, finished in 13th. Good running for him. Tyler Vickery, PGR in 14th. National Bill also PGR 15th. Ron Marsh Jr. for Kenneth McCullough. McCullough Motorsports racing in 16th with David Sheets, his teammate in 17th. Jonathan Herbert, thank God he finished down in 18th. J.R. Miller in 19th. Trevor Osenoth rounding out your top 20.
Oh, man, I can't stop laughing. I'll tell you what, I got to go to the bathroom, so we're going to have to interview these guys. Mark Vondell, he'll finish in 21st tonight. Nathan Rostasil, he will finish in 22nd. Bobby Forbes, he'll finish in 23rd tonight. Mark Math will finish in 24th. 25th is Jack Hignite and Joey Galati. He'll finish in 26th. Christian Martinez, he'll be your 27th place finisher. And Tim E. White, turned by that Logan York character, will finish in 28th. Tucker McClendon, 29th here tonight. And Kenny Stamper, Team KSR, he will finish in 30th.
Dustin Carruthers involved in the early wreck with Thomas J. Parker in 31st and 32nd. Myself and Joshua McCullough did not race because we are considered the big dogs or mid dogs, if you will. So that'll round out your 32 truck field here tonight, and great racing. Let's get these 3 up here for the interview. We'll start them off with Ryan Bass.
Well,
Shut your mouth.
Oh, shut your mouth. Ryan Bass, you are on the podium, big man. You finished 3rd here tonight for Team KSR. You guys swept the podium. Buddy, I don't know. We'll cut to the chase. How'd you guys do it? You guys were dominant from start to finish.
Oh man, we were on quite a little bit of a dry spell in this series. So, I mean, we went out there. We wanted to lead all the laps. We had great pit stops. I really think we had 1 through 5 if Trev didn't blow up there at the end. So it's a little unfortunate, but we'll take 1, 2, 3, 5. Man, it was a great race.
Yeah, it sure was, man. I'll tell you what, you guys got the job done for sure on pit road tonight. You were one of the first teams to come on down. You got on and off as fast as you could. Yeah, when everything cycled through, you guys were the leaders. Obviously, you guys were caught. Well, that's going to happen almost every time anyways. But, talk to me about, you had a lot of guys in this race. I counted 8. Some of them, unfortunately, did not finish well, but you had enough there up front at the end. Was it the difference just to have, 5, 6 trucks up there at the end? And was it easy to kind of talk yourselves through that in your Discord?
Yeah, it was communication all the way. I mean, we knew when we were gonna be dropping down, coming up. We were controlling those lanes. The third lane just didn't really seem to be working, and when they gave it a run, we were pushing like hell to make sure that they didn't get in front of us. So that was our plan: control the front, and it paid out.
Well, Ryan Based, man, I'll tell you what, you're an avid racer here on iRacing, but I'm pretty sure he likes to golf as well, correct?
That is true. I am a little bit of a golfer, and I got a little bit of a golf bug going on now. If I'm not racing, I'm usually golfing. I suck at that too, so it's pretty much all around. So but I do like to get out when I can. But I gotta tell you, there's nothing like getting on the podium during one of these races, man. It's great.
I'll tell you what, dude. We might live the same life, dude. Because I golfed all day and I shit the frickin' bed, and you know what? I still had fun, and I'm still drinking here, and it's past midnight on a Monday night. I think my birthday's over, but I'm gonna still celebrate here with you.
Happy birthday, man.
Yeah, but I'm gonna take another sip of this red wine. I don't even know what I'm drinking, but I'm having fun. We're gonna cheers to Ryan Based here tonight. I see Trev there in the corner. He's gonna bust out his bottle. This is a shot for you, buddy. Ryan Based, the Base Commander, gets it done here at Talladega and finishes third.
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
And to our second place finisher, the guy who dropped the fucking ball, couldn't win the race over Devin Ray. We'll talk to Dawson Wise. Dawson, you got us?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Well, hey, thanks for finishing second and losing me $5. But no, seriously, you guys ran great up front. Managed the tips well. Talking me through those last couple laps and what your mindset was coming through the tri-oval.
Well, look, number one, this is a kind of a one-off thing for me. So
no,
that's
it's
kind of
not.
what my mindset was. Okay, well, going into the last two laps, it's a one-off thing for me. So all I'm thinking is, the guy in front of me, and obviously these guys, those two guys needed a good run. Devin and Ryan needed a good run. I'm just here for shits, But I was just, managing temps, seeing the third line was going to go. They went one time, and they stood no chance, man. These guys are some of the best in the game. So the communication was on point. We all knew the goal was just push like hell. Let's all get on the podium and finish off what was a old-fashioned whooping.
Yeah, it was an old-fashioned ass-kicking for sure. Kyle Larson said it last year at North Wilkesboro a year ago today. So anyone you like to thank or shout out?
Oh, man, these guys I ran with tonight, I know for Kenny and for Dustin, that wasn't a race they wanted, but the rest of us had a pretty good night, and we were all up front. We nailed the freaking pit stops tonight, man. That was about as good as it gets. So we were all on point on the green flag pit stops, and we're able to cycle back to the front. And, man, we put it to them tonight. These guys are awesome. The KSR boys are a hell of a group to work with. They're a lot of fun. So glad to run with them. Thank you guys for taking my job for a night, letting me come out here and indulge myself. And thanks to everybody watching. John Ward for putting this thing on. And, man, I could get used to this.
Whoa. I just heard the key word. You could get used to this. Well, listen, I never had so much fun in the booth, Dawson. If you need your entry fee paid for next Monday night, I'll tell you what, I'll pay that entry fee. I'm going to go get a bottle of tequila, and Baker and I are going to run this back because this might be one of the most fun broadcasts we've ever had. And I'll tell you what, bud, you might be able to get a win and lock yourself into the championship if you do come back and race again.
I'll tell you, I considered it going into trial. Obviously, it comes down to I would have much rather just stay in line. We wanted to finish the dominant run there. So, look, if I'm high enough in the point standings come next week, you might just see me back the next couple weeks.
Well, that is your runner-up tonight. He's usually the broadcaster, but he raced tonight, and I'll tell you what, he was fast all night long in that number 9 machine, that Monster Energy, and that black and orange. That's Dawson Wise, and you'll hear him call some more races here this week. Great job, bud. Go and celebrate this one. We're going to get a word with tonight's winner.
Hey, Devin, this is Mike and Matt up in the booth. You got a copy?
Hell yeah.
Well, dude, you did a great job tonight. The whole team, you had the bucked up energy, woke AF. I love that pre-workout. Good paint scheme on the truck. New paint scheme, if I might add, to the Little Guys series. So it looks like you're going to be running that paint scheme for the rest of the year. Take us through how you did it with your teammates there, managing your temps and getting down to the end.
Yeah, first, for Dawson there, you will be running the rest of the season now. I mean, you just had a good run and got good points, so you can't back out now. But that was the biggest thing. We practiced a lot. That session was to just try pushing 4 and 5 deep to get those runs for when we come off pit road, cycling through, trying to control the temps. And like you said, just trying to offset from, the outside when they're getting their runs. That way we could push and not let them clear or whatever, But like I said, the pit stops was the key there. I think we lost 1 or 2 there at one time. But regroup, got it back together for the end. And I know Dawson said he thought about it in travel, and I figured it was coming. But unfortunately for Trevor, I wish it wasn't coming that way. And he let go of his load a little early there and couldn't make it to the line.
Little premature ejaculation, as it were.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, you guys had a great run tonight. And like you said, those pit stops were key. You guys pitted first there on that last stop, got you guys the track position you needed, and you had the pit stops before where you executed, pulled away from some of the field. They came back to you about 4 or 5 laps after that, but you guys had great pit stops all around. A great win for KSR. Flipped the script for you guys. Hopefully puts you guys on that championship spot here this year. Anyone you'd like to thank or shout out?
Oh, absolutely. You guys over at PGR eSports, Dawson for running with us. We beg him halftime just come and race, and it's hard to get him to, jump in the truck with us. But it was fun overall. And from what I've seen, caution-wise, it was a clean race compared to last week. That was the biggest thing. And we're just hoping we can make all them pit stops in the green, see if we could pull away. But that caution kind of got us on that last one. But it was all fun. Like I said, shout out to you guys.
Yeah, well, thanks for talking to us, Devin. That's your first place finisher, Devin Ray, KSR, hitting it with a 1-2-3 tonight.
A 1-2-3 for KSR. John Mulhan in the chat still going at it. Trev, known for 2 things, spreading thighs and blacking eyes, and that he is. Trev, an astronaut from Augusta, Georgia, still smiling with those white veneers, and he's a happy camper tonight. He saw a lot of his teammates there up in the top 3, and it was a great race. We only had, 3 cautions, and a much cleaner race than we've seen here through 2 weeks, and now it's 3 weeks. But the third one's a charm here in the Dega Pros Little Guy Series as Devin Ray locks himself into the championship with Brock Westmore and Logan York. So those 3 drivers are your 3 winners so far. We'll have 2 more weeks of racing to lock yourself in. Then it'll go based on points from there. And then we'll have our championship week, which will be week number 6. So we had a lot of fun here tonight. A couple technical difficulties, but it didn't let us stop us. Thankfully, we had only a few cautions, so we didn't have to go back too many times to bring you the replays. But you know what, Baker? That was a fun one, man. I'll tell you what, I hope we get to run this one back.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not taking a shot at Jameson next time. We're taking shots, so probably going to take some tequila, like you said, maybe some vodka or some whiskey. I don't know.
Damn, that sounds like WWE. Some vodka,
Yeah.
some whiskey. There we go.
Couple beers.
We made Tom Dixon's night. He said, "You guys made my night. I'm loving this, laughing my ass off." So, we saw a lot of that in the chat. And I'll tell you what, man, it's fun. We do this a lot, Thursdays and Tuesdays and Fridays and whatnot. But this is the first time we really got to have some fun, and I think it was a different, animal for some of these guys watching, and they really appreciated the humor here late on a Monday night, and that's all you can ask for is the entertainment value of this. So I loved it, and I hope we could do it again soon.
Oh, yeah. Great way to start the week for sure. Everyone's down on the Mondays. Hopefully you can pick up the spirits, get everyone through the week. Speaking of the week we got coming up, we got tomorrow night, Tuesday Night Thunder, a little bit more of the professional side with Austin and Dawson. They're going to be on the call. That's, I've been having a blast running that series. We got Garrett running at Charlotte. I'll be spotting for him at iRacing for the Coke Series, but we'll be there for the Tuesday Night Thunder, Talladega, and the Xfinity card. I'm going to try and lock up that championship as much as I can. And then Thursday night, we'll have the Xfinity cars yet again at Daytona. Excited for another good Daytona race. I came up just short in the PGR. Finished on the podium, though,
Yep.
So I'll take it. Really excited for this week of racing ahead. And then Friday night, Jamie Crow, he's returning. Super Speedway
Crow.
Kings. Get ready for it. That's a 4-wide action you're talking about.
Shut your mouth.
The
I don't
best
like you either,
guy.
Baker.
The best guy in the
fucking
business.
Cody's thing. I was like, I don't know.
Devin Ray here, but just to close out the broadcast, we love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us, and make sure you like, share, follow, hit that like button. This is one of our most viewed for sure.
It absolutely is, and I'll tell you what, it was a great night of racing here in the Dega Pro's Little Guy Series. It was week number 3, season, I believe, number 5. Devin Ray, Team KSR, gets it done. His teammates Dawson Wise, Ryan Based round out your podium. For myself, Michael Triscaro here at PGR eSports, and my broadcast partner, Matthew Baker, we will see you next time. Enjoy your night, boys, and we'll see you on Tuesday night at Tuesday Night Thunder.